coming up and speaking to the boys after that. What a show that was. I mean, I think the real winners in that fight were the fans. You know, two undefeated lads going ding dong at it, swinging one way, swinging the other, swinging back. It was action packed. I'll let the lads say a little bit about the fight. I think they've got a lot of respect for each other after that, and you know, obviously we'd like a rematch, and I think you'd like a rematch, but we'll work it out, won't we? We'll work it out, and I think both camps value each other, so we can definitely work it out in the new year. Anyway, I'll hand over to Alfredo first to say a little bit about the fight.
Well, I'm sure you've seen it. It was a cracking fight from the start to the end, from round one to the last. So I had a lot of respect for Conrad. You know what I mean? Two of us went at, and the only winner was the fans. They got their money's worth. So you know what I mean? They got their money's worth, and we still got the hating. So well, two of us lost to zeros, and sure, that's the way it goes. It's boxing. You have your upsets and you have your ups and downs, so I'll be back to square one, you know.
Thanks, Alfredo. Cheers, mate. And over to Conrad.
Firstly, I want to say, well done, Alfredo. You made a good fight. 10 hard rounds. No respect. I thought I did enough, but I'm not going to argue the judges. It was a good hard fight. Maybe I was, you know, the worst thing happened was probably knocking him down in the first round, you know, and I was loading up with the one thing she told me not to do. But look, I'm not taking that away from Alfredo. He fought a good hard fight, fair play to him, full respect. Say I thought I did enough, but fair play to him, and let's do it again. Let's rematch, and the fans will win again. We want Alfredo. Fair play.
Well done. Well said. Guys, if you want to ask any questions, direct them at either boxer. Shoot.
Conrad, was the fight as hard as you thought it would be?
No, I trained for a hard fight. The one thing I was told not to do, I did. I was loaded up, but it's not that I planned to do that. It's when I hit him, I half hit him in the first round, and I dropped him, and he was hurt. You know, and Alfredo's got a good chin. I know he has a good chin, as he showed the fight went on. So I know I punch hard, you know, and when I half hit him, he went down. And it sort of made me a bit over ambitious. But look, hats off to me. He fought a good fight. He was busy. He was ambitious, and let's do it again. Let's do it again soon. Enjoyed that.
Alfredo, did you think you'd done enough to win the fight at the end? What were you feeling at the end of it?
Well, I thought I'd done enough to win it, yes. I'm not going to lie. As Conrad said, he did knock me in the first round. It was a flags knockdown. I was straight back on my feet and straight back into the fight. Which, as I say, the only winner was the crowd. I gave a good show, he gave a good show, went 50-50 the whole way through. And as I say, let's get it on again.
Did you feel, Conrad, that you got the draw because of the last third of the fight?
Yeah, probably. You know, I didn't know. You know, I was in my head. I thought I was winning the rounds, but to be fair to Alfredo, he was busy. You know, when he was tipping away at me. You know, when he was probably landing shots that was catching the judge's eye, and I was making silly mistakes. You know, with being over ambitious. You know, and fair play to him. He worked hard, and I definitely won this. I went down the shots. You know, I won the fight. I won the first round and the second. I think in the middle rounds, you know, he nicked a few. Fair play. It was a good fight. Well done enough. And what can you do? I'm not going to start crying about it. The judges saw the scene and draw. And fair play to Alfredo. Good fight.
Friday, if there was to be a rematch and you did get a full training camp in, like if you trained full time, took time off work, do you think that would make any difference? Do you think?
It would be hard to take time off work, like, because it pays the bills. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to do it, but it can't happen. So family comes first, and that's it. And there's no priority over it. At the end of the day, boxing is my hobby. My family is just my main route. That's what makes me drive on through everything. So every time I fight, that's for him. It's not for me, it's for him. That's the main thing for me.
Conrad, did you think your physical strength was going to tell as the fight went on?
Yeah, of course, you know. This is just probably, you know, that knockdown is probably the worst thing that can happen. You know, I hit him, half hit him, and he went down, and you know, it did hurt him, you know, and it's the one thing that we had planned not to load up, and by that happening, it made me load up, you know. So it was just one of those things. I made hard work for myself and switched off at times, and I feel a good fight. He came to win, fair play to him. He was busy, but there was only one winner in the stretch, but the judges saw what they saw. I thought it enough, but it was definitely a good fight, and hats off this guy. He fought hard.
We're saying to Blaine that he caught you with a few shots and spun you a couple of times.
Yep.
Was the head movement maybe not all there in the early rounds as it should have been?
It was, once again, I think that I had that knocked in, my brain sort of switched off. I just went into, you know, Rocky Balboa mode, you know, I forgot to move my head, you know, I know this guy you would fall with, but I forgot about myself. I forgot to move the things I had worked on in the gym, I had perfected, and I was just relying on my big punch, and that's what I didn't want to do, you know. It's just that knockdown, it sort of got me going, oh sure, like, I hit him clean, you know, it's going to be over, but I made hard work myself, but he fought a good fight, he came and he gave it a go. I thought I did enough, but judges saw what they saw, and there's no hard feelings, and I'd like to do it again.
You seem to loosen up a bit in the last few rounds, and
Why was that, Conor? Why did it suddenly sort of click into it?
I told him he got to do something different. It's working. And yeah, I mean, like, Alfredo's got good feet and great boxing brain. You know, and the worst thing that could have happened to Conrad is him getting caught with a shot, or him catching Alfredo with a great shot in the first round. And probably the best thing for Alfredo is the fact that he did get caught with that shot, because he started boxing and moving, and it made a really exciting fight. And I knew Conrad was down going into the 7th round. I thought he won the 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. But you know, the judges saw what they saw. But what a fight! And he's got a fantastic chin, and he's an extremely fit man.
Blaine, as the promoter, do you want the rematch right away, and how big would the rematch be? Because obviously people are going to watch this, they're going to read about the reports.
Yeah,
how good it was.
I know, what a fantastic fight. I mean, I think Fredo benefits off it, Conrad benefits off it. You know, no one's a real loser in this situation, because a lot of people have seen that, and it's going out on UTV next week in a highlights package as the main event, obviously, and a lot more people will see that and see what, you know, a pair of warriors we have right here. So I definitely think we can do that rematch. Whether it happens straight away for both of the lads, we don't know. We were saying it's a next year fight. It's got to be, because we're near the end of this one. So,
no choice.
Yeah. So it just depends. I mean, Conrad has a potential slot on the undercard of Carl versus Quigg. So we have to work out when that fight would make financial sense for both sides. But there's no doubt it has to happen again. I think everyone would be pretty peeved off if it didn't. So and this was a great venue. You know, for it. I think we'll get a few more in it next time, and a few more from both sides, but you know, we've got to do it.
I think we'll need a bigger venue next
You think
time.
so? You never know.
I think we'll need a bigger venue.
Might catch the imagination. We don't know.
No, I think we'll do. Especially if you said it's hitting the air, so
yeah.
What about the round whenever the points? Each another point deducted. What's the view on that? I mean,
it's a strange one, but I'm not going to criticise an official. Like he thought that he had to do that for whatever reason. I did look at one of the judges who kind of was a bit puzzled, because obviously taking two.
What he tried to do was to get just to buck up and stop being untidy and stop being a couple of shots were low, and he said, look, if you don't actually clean it up, I'm going to give you a warning. And that's where
boxing.
I thought it was very fair.
It's very boxing. Boxing, you can get low blow, you can get cuts. That's the name of the game. That's it. That's why we're at.
Yeah, neither of you actually thought that the other one was dirty in the fight. I mean, were you surprised you got points to deduct?
No, it was just a clash of stage. No, Fredo come to the fight, and I come to the fight. You know, and it just sort of clashed. You know what I mean? There was no dirty intensity. It was just sort of a clash of stage. And he was coming to the fight, and so was I. And we sort of
yeah, well, because when you've got tied, you're a southpaw versus orthodox, you're going to clash a little bit. But I thought the referee was very fair.
the referee was very good. It was a strange one, because he had warned you, Conrad, a few times, whereas Fredo, it seemed to be one of, if not your first warning for infringements.
No, he warned him
in the
fourth
round.
We basically he kept going down, and Conrad was.
He just
tidied up.
He just said,
it was a way of trying to.
No, the ref did a good job.
The ref done a great job.
They all done a good job at the end of the day. The only ones who was satisfied with it all was the fans.
Yeah,
They got
that's
some
the
money's
bottom
worth.
line. I think
That's
the
the
fans have a
bottom
great
line.
night. Fantastic. Great night. Gotta do it again, boys.
Yeah.
Right, well, if we're happy, we'll wrap it up. Any one-on-ones, we can do it straight after.